This is a Math 2 lesson summary video for the lesson titled Chocolate versus Vanilla. This is a Solidify understanding task. The purpose of this task is for students to make sense of and organize data in a tree diagram, a two-way table, and a Venn diagram. Students will use these representations to calculate probabilities. In this lesson, two students were arguing over whether chocolate ice cream was better than vanilla ice cream. To settle their argument, they created a survey asking people to choose their favorite flavor of ice cream between chocolate and vanilla. So there were 8,756 females and 6,010 males who responded to their survey. Out of the males, 59.7% chose vanilla over chocolate. 4,732 females chose chocolate. Let's represent this in a two-way table, Venn diagram, and tree diagram. I already have some of the data filled into the table. It gave us how many males and females, and it also told us how many females chose chocolate. One of the first things we can do here is determine how many total people took the surveys, and all we have to do is add the total number of female plus the number of male. We can find that 14,766 total people took the survey. Next, let's look at this second bullet point here. Out of the males, 59.7% chose vanilla over chocolate. Well, we know how many total males there are, so all we need to do is find 59.7% of 6,010, which is 3,589.97, and we'll just round that to 3,588. Next, we can just continue to fill in our table. Let's get the number of females who chose vanilla. All we have to do is subtract 8,756 minus 4,732, and we get 4,024. Then the number of males who chose chocolate, that would be the total number of males minus the number of males who chose vanilla to get 2,422. Now we can get the total number who chose chocolate because we just need to add the number of females plus the number of males that chose chocolate, and we can get 7,154, and then we can add down to get the total number of people who chose vanilla. Now let's move over to our Venn diagram. Now we were already given that 4,024 females in this piece of the Venn diagram, and that stands for the number of females who chose vanilla. So let's start here and continue to fill in this part of the Venn diagram, the female section. So if the 4,024 are right here that chose vanilla, this should be 4,732. So that way this section of the Venn diagram makes up all of the females that were surveyed. The C stands for chocolate. So if the 4,732 people are recognized in this intersection of the two parts, then that means that 2,422 over here would be the males that chose chocolate. Now, so far we have represented everybody who chose chocolate and all of the females. What we are missing is this 3,588 of males that chose vanilla, so that goes right out here. Now let's take a look at our tree diagram. We can see that the first branching here, this first piece, it's split between females and males. So that's these numbers here. If we continue down the female branch, it splits between chocolate and vanilla. So if 4,732 females chose chocolate, so that's given that they are female, how many chose chocolate? Then this would be how many, given that they are female, how many people chose vanilla, which would be 4,024. Now let's go down this male branch here. So 6,010 males. Of those males, 2,422 chose chocolate and 3,588 chose vanilla. Now let's calculate some probabilities. The probability that given the person took a survey that they are female would be 8,756 over 14,766 would reduce to this fraction, and then as a decimal would be 0.592. So that's really, I think, easy to see from the two-way table, because you find your numerator and denominator very quickly in one representation. From the tree diagram, you can quickly see how many females responded to the survey, but you would have to add the females plus the males to get that denominator right here. Now with the Venn diagram, to find this probability, you would have to add the two sections for females to get this 8,756, and then you'd have to add all four values to get your denominator, so that would be a little less convenient to use the Venn diagram representation here. Okay, for number 2, the probability someone chose chocolate given that they are female. So this would be 4,732 over 8,756, which reduced to this fraction would be 0.54. From the two-way table, if we're looking at only females, then we look only at this top row. So that's pretty simple. You have your numerator here and your denominator for your probability. For the tree diagram, it's also pretty simple. You can just take this value right here for chocolate given female, and then put that over what was just how many females we had. And then with the Venn diagram, you have this group right here that are chocolate and female, and you just have to add the two values to find the total number of females. All right, for number 3, the probability of choosing a male given that they chose chocolate. So that would be 2,422 over 7,154. So we're only looking at those who chose chocolate. Now that's very straightforward right here from the table. However, when looking at the tree diagram, the way that this is set up, it first branches to female and male. You would want a different tree diagram that branches chocolate versus vanilla to get this value directly. To get this 7,154, you would have to add the number of people that chose chocolate together. Now with the Venn diagram, since you have one of these whole sections that's just chocolate, you can use this 2,422, and to find your denominator, you just have to add 2,422 and 4,732 to get the total number who chose chocolate. For number 4, we have a probability of C and F, so chocolate and female. So out of everybody that took the survey, what's the probability of randomly selecting one of those people and having them have chosen chocolate and are female? So there are 4,732 people who are female and chose chocolate out of the total to get 0.32. If you look at the tree diagram right here, it's going to be not terribly difficult to find. You can use this chocolate given female value, and then you would need to add to find the total number of people who took the survey, where it was a little easier in the two-way table when it actually had the total already calculated. With the Venn diagram, to get that total is the same. You would have to add all the values, but it's really easy from the Venn diagram to find this place right here where you have chocolate and female, because that's where the two parts overlap. Chocolate or female, so the probability that someone chose chocolate or is female would be, if you go to your Venn diagram, the number of people who are male and chose chocolate, those that are female and chose chocolate, and those that are female and chose vanilla. So they could be chocolate or vanilla. So you have everybody who's represented right here. So you can just add those values and divide that by the total to find 0.757 as your probability. In the two-way table, you're taking everyone who's female plus those male people who chose chocolate. And then in the tree diagram here, we would take the total number of female and then add this 2,422 because those were the males who chose chocolate. So as you can see, the two-way table, the tree diagram, and the Venn diagram are all very useful representations, but sometimes it is easier to use one more than the other. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.